What's going on, everybody? How's everybody today? So today is Saturday, so I'm gonna do a review on an album I bring out with me on Saturdays. I've got a really stiff neck today too. Today it's really causing me a lot of grief. My neck hurts. So yeah, today I'm gonna review an album I bring out with me. I bring out Pavement. Kids go nuts for Pavement. Pavement is this kind of lo-fi indie rock band, alternative rock band from the 90s. Highly influential. They formed in 1989. The main guy in the band's called Steve Malkmus. This whole album's pretty much centered around Malkmus's, weird guitar playing style, his oddball lyrics. This is called their most experimental album, but I really don't think it's overtly experimental. Like, it's pretty scatterbrained and crazy, but in an interview the band said that this album was kind of rushed. They didn't have a lot of time to work on it. I forget who said it, but he said they needed at least another 6 months to polish all the edges off, because it was pressured to release by their record company. It was released in 1995 on Matador Records, by the way. It's called Wowee Zowee. Yeah, they were pressured to release it, so there was all these mistakes on it and stuff. So it got called experimental and wild and has a variety of styles. But the band said they didn't have a lot of time to work on it. Steve Malkmus said that it turned out so weird because he was smoking a lot of weed too. Like, he said a lot of these songs sounded good back then when he was recording them, and he's like, yeah man, these are singles. Ooh, it's great music. But it's a pretty good album. Like, I don't claim to know a lot about Pavement. I only have this album and the album that came out after this, Brighten the Corners. Is that the one that came out after? Shit, I don't remember, but I have a lot of his solo projects and his stuff he's doing with the Jicks, his more recent stuff. But yeah, it's a pretty silly album. Sorry. And like I said, it's scatterbrained. Like, there's country twang songs on here, punk rock, there's some rock ballads, and then your typical weird Pavement rock songs on here. Very weird, very spontaneous, kind of a chaotic record too, very eclectic. Yeah, it's pretty much, Pavement's always been the antithesis to serious songwriting and serious, taking yourself seriously, I guess, serious attitudes. These guys are very loose, very funny. Their sound involves a lot of warbling guitar and sudden guitar builds and blasts of feedback, and very lazy, laconic kind of vocals that sometimes screech, and usually it's sung in a very lazy way. Some people on the blogs are saying Pavement was a band that defined slackerdom and the slacker movement in the 90s, as a slacker band, and you can kind of hear it. They sound kind of slackerish, I guess. But yeah, they're highly influential. More than one person online said these guys influenced bands like Blur and stuff and gave them their song ideas. They took their experimental sound structure and just made it poppier and stuff. This isn't really all that poppy record, it's just some quirky indie rock, alternative rock stuff. Very unconventional writing. So this stiff neck is driving me crazy. I can't concentrate, but where was I? But yeah, it has a very quirky, distorted sound. The lyrics on here are especially ridiculous. I think he just picks lyrics just for how they sound, because there's either that or the song meanings are super cryptic, because you never know what he's singing about. For example, on this song, Rattled by the Rush, I'll give you a little lyrical sample here. That I could bend my tongue outwards and leave your lungs hurtin', tuck in my shirt and pants I wear so well, cross your T's, shirt smells worse than your lying, caught my dad crying, loose lace the wind, from the rough we get par, Sleet City woman wanting to spar, getting off the candelabra, we call her Barbara, breeding like larva, she rabble rousing, dental surf combat, get out those hard hats and sing us some scat. Just weird, but very charming CD. Not much in the way of artwork. I don't have, this got reissued I think in 2006 as a double disc with 31 songs. This is just the normal 1995 album. Cover art was actually painted by a guy named Steve Keen. He's done cover art and art for Silver Jews and Mersbo, Apples in Stereo, Dave Matthews Band, Soul Coughing, probably a bunch of other bands. Yeah, it's a very pleasant sound. Like, there's all kinds of like doozies and like throwaway songs on here. Songs that are only like a minute and a half, and some like weird punk jams. And then, like, I find all the kind of slower, weirder songs that are maybe the best songs. Like the song we're listening to, like "Rattled by the Rush," I like a lot. And "Pueblo" is a good song. Pavement's a band I've only gotten into in like maybe the past 5 or 6 years, so it still makes me, you know, pretty much a Pavement noob. I do like Stephen Malcolmus a lot. He's got a cool little songwriting skill, ability, but yeah, Wowee Zowee. It was called Wowee Zowee because they had a drummer. It was something their ex-drummer used to yell when he got excited. I guess he'd yell Wowee Zowee. Just a picture of Steve Malcolmus right there. He's having a good time. The rest of the band are really familiar with Who's Who. Thoughts Have Wings. Back cover there. Pavement is rad. Pavement is rad, it's very true. But I'm sure they have better, more coherent albums. I heard the one that came up before this called Crooked Rain. Crooked Rain was supposed to be one of their more accessible albums. It's still pretty good. I don't think I've ever heard it, but I'll try to get on that, kid. So yeah, Pavement, Wowee Zowee, 1995, Matador Records. Third studio album, little bit of everything. Pretty nutty CD.